For me, now we move to body armor. Are you okay with the fabric? Are you okay with that? Yeah. So I can just continue and do my thing. Good. When it comes to body armor, I just had a conversation with you early on. So give away things, trade secrets away. We need to understand that the majority of incidents in this country, forget about the media for a second, okay? The majority of incidents in this country have got nothing at all to do with firearms on edge weapons. It's utterly nonsense again. Only guesswork. I would say way in excess of 95% of security guards who take a day off sick after an assault do not take a day off sick after an assault because they've been shot at, they've been stabbed, but because they've been beaten, been punched, been kicked, been thrown about. It's blunt trauma. This is way outweigh any other operational risk within the security industry. So for us, when it comes to development of body armor is concerned, from understanding Simon's background, my background, blunt trauma protection was our key objective. Of course, we wanted to also offer Home Office certified stab vest, and we have done that. That is certified by the UK government, KR1, certified by the Home Office Scientific Development Branch, tested and certified at the University of Cranfield Test House. We've done the whole thing. But that was our key objective. That was just lucky us. The key objective was a blunt trauma vest. 2 years ago, in a bit of interview, 2 years ago, one of the major incidents in the UK where Glasgow Rangers played football against St. Petersburg, and some of them might be recording some images, was all over the world. That was abroad at the time when people were talking about the British, and don't get me started. What happened basically, the police, Glasgow Rangers played football against St. Petersburg in Manchester. More than 170 police officers got severely injured. 170. Not one of them got stabbed, not one of them got beaten. Not one of them got stabbed or shot at. They all got beaten up. By bricks, by rocks, by kicks, by punches, whatever. One police officer fell over on the main road. 40, 50 Glasgow hooligans kicked him, punched him, and absolutely insane on him. And one police officer came back and dragged him off the street. It's on YouTube, it was all over the world. Right? Some of you might remember that. Let's type into YouTube or into Google, St. Petersburg, Glasgow Rangers, Manchester, riot. You see the rest. The images are from the worst incidents I've ever seen in my professional career as far as violence of police officers is concerned. But to none of them got stabbed, none of them got shot at. In all the years I've run security operations, how many? Let's talk about UK, forget about outside UK. UK is completely different. In UK, you've got a way higher knife problem than the firearm problem. In other European countries, or in Western countries, America, South Africa, you've got a higher firearm problem than a knife problem. But in the UK, the firearm problem you have is from organized crime against organized crime. It's not organized crime against a security guard. It's not organized crime against a training standards officer. So the firearm problem is not as high as people may perceive it is. It isn't. 100% isn't. You've got a higher problem of knife problem, I agree with that. But still nothing in comparison to how many security professionals, or teachers, or nurses, or midwives get beaten up. How many security professionals do you know have been stabbed? I'm sure you know a few, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know. How many do you know have been beaten up? Well, I would say near thousands. Every Friday, Saturday night, every night of this country, don't get beaten up. It's true. But they don't get stabbed or shot. It does happen, but not as often as people believe it to happen. So for us, blunt trauma was for us always the most important thing. And this is why we have developed body armor that are rigid. They're not soft, they're not like Kevlar, hey, that's cool, but they are rigid. But rigid, we have to put in perspective. Rigid doesn't mean like, oh, I can't move. I can't, it doesn't mean it. Rigid means rigid. It means it's molded to your upper body. I'll show you this now. It's molded to your upper body. It's comfy. It's not heavy at all. It's not comfy. You can wear this up under your suit jacket if you want to see it. If you wear it on my suit jacket now, you wouldn't wear it. You wouldn't see it. Okay? And have a good look at. I can move, so you can see it. I can kneel down. I can sit down. My body armor doesn't move. I can drive. I can restrain someone. I can defend myself. I can do anything. Compared to many other body armor, you will agree with that when I say that. Many body armor move up and down. Every time you sit down, body armor moves up and down. There are a number of paramedics we're dealing with every week who complain with their existing body armor. And every time they sit down in the car, goes goes up and touches the chin. Doesn't move. You know, comfy. Is it strong? Let's give that a go. That is strong. That is a good knife. That is a good knife. Let's give that a go. You love that moment.
Yeah, it's the best moment of the day.
And that's blunt trauma, okay? Now, if you would do this with my back, okay, now if you would do that with the Kevlar vest, your spine would have snapped. You would never ever walk again for the rest of your life if you were to heal that. Do it again. Well, that would be it. If you wouldn't wear body armor now, you would definitely not even, you would have a problem. You can do it from the same. You good? All good. Doesn't hurt, doesn't take my breathing away, doesn't stress me out, doesn't bother me at all. Needles. That's a hypodermic needle. What? If you touch it, you think, would you be worried? I mean, that's quite a brutal defeat, isn't it? That's not really doing anything. That's a good one. Well, that actually weapon, that's not very sharp. I'll give that a go. Yeah, it's just resistant, but it doesn't hurt. That's an interesting one. That's a well, not a great weapon, but it's a bad weapon. But the terminology is right. Maybe got the word wrong. Anyway, slightly stressed, I guess. Right, that is a weapon that really can cause horrendous injuries. And you can all imagine that you have probably seen a lot of things yourself anyway, so I might have talked. But if you hit something, I think I might do it with the other hand, if you can see it.
I've got a right-handed glove.
You can see, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Here's a safety completely out the window. Be careful you take your shoes off on bad or whatever. It doesn't, you can see, it doesn't even scratch your surface line. Some people know the questions, what is right or wrong? What is Kevlar better? My answer is absolutely simple. Never in a million years. Never. Because a Kevlar body armor will protect you from 2%. That's my guesswork. I am right with that, I would say. 2% of potential incidents, which is nice. Maybe firearms. But the number recorded, forget about recorded, the real life incidents in this country of security guards, door supervisors, whatever's at the end, how many people shot, how many people stabbed, and how many get beaten up. I would say it's 98%, but I mean 98% people would get beaten up. Only 2% would be covered by firearms or by guns. Absolutely. Because every single Friday, Saturday night, almost every single nightclub will somewhere have an incident down the line. I'm sure you all agree. Well, I hope you agree with that. So why don't I buy body armor that potentially costs more money and protects my frontline staff for only 2% of the potential incidents? Where I can get something that's probably the same price or even cheaper and costs you 98% of potential incident. That's called 95%. Who cares? For me, it doesn't make any kind of commercial sense. And if somebody else would sell this kind of body armor, well, I would say go to my competitor. It's not about financial gain at all. I would say from the operational sense, from the protective clothing sense, that makes sense. The reason why we got in business with the high security mental health care facility around town, we deal now with Ashwell and we deal now with Broadmoor, the other two. We already supplied the one in Scotland, it's Strathclyde, it's because of this garment, this product. Because the most incident they face got nothing to do with edge weapon. How difficult, how easy is it to get a knife or combat knife into a prison environment? You don't. Neither do you get a gun. It's people getting beaten up. And police officers the same. How many police officers have been stabbed or shot? It has happened. I know it has happened. But nothing in relation to now in proportion. How many parking enforcement officers do you know have been stabbed? Give the answer. Not I'm aware there's not one recorded incident. How many parking enforcement officers have been punched, or pushed or kicked? There were hundreds. I can go on and on and on with this. So for me, I believe what we've created, from the business point of view right now, is the right thing. That's what I believe in. I absolutely believe in that. It's the same material being used for riot shields. So if it's good enough for a riot officer, in London, against a massive riot, where all people go completely cuckoo in their head, and he's got a shield in front of his head, and his life in front of his body, and his life depends on the shield. If that material is good enough for this such a scenario, it's good enough for body armor. It's exactly the same material, the same thickness, 5 millimeter. The weight is completely lighter, much lighter than people always believe it is. This one says L, but weighter. Okay. Not heavy, is it? No.
Is there a female version?
Interesting question. To me, it's an interesting question. The answer is yes, we can make it.
Yes.
It's a bit more complicated, but we can make it. Yeah, we can. But it's an interesting question. The first body armor in this country, UK, was launched and developed in 1978 for the Greater Manchester Police. That's 33 years ago. It took only 5 years ago, the first female body armor was launched. It took 27 years for people to realize that females shape differently to men. That's true. We were the first company really who was taking it serious. We immediately started to manufacture body armor. We immediately at the same time developed a female version. I can show you the female version. It's made of a thinner material. It's of a small. But the interesting thing with that is,
It's not bad.
yeah, it's interesting. The reason we've done this for mental health care facilities, the reason was was not the knife issue. There are a number of issues where patients got female breasts in a really brutal way, not in a caring way, in a very brutal way. And that basically did the trick. Within a second, or within 2 or 3 seconds, put it in the office, put it over, the entire front is protected. From headbutting, a major incident, you will know that? Yeah? Like when you said it, yes. Yeah. So a headbutting always a major issue, definitely. Kicks, punches, you will know, you can put a single song about that. So it doesn't need to be 5 millimeter thick. It was 3 millimeter thick. Look at the weight. You will be not. That is as thin as it gets. It's 600 grams. Beat that. And you know what? I'm going to do the same demonstration now with this kind of thickness. So you don't even need to go. That is Care 1 certified. So nobody has to say you have to buy a certified body armor. That's certified by the UK government. It's 5 millimeter thick. It's 2.2 kilograms. That one I show you now. That one is the same. It's even lighter. A 3 millimeter thick. A 3 millimeter thick. It's the same material you've got in your hand now. That's front and back. Yeah? So it's exactly the same, you can show. You can have the front plate being shaped here. That is the same thing. That is a 3 millimeter one. That's basic math will tell you. It's 66.6% of its performance. That's 5 millimeter. That's 3 millimeter. Yeah, still lots of trick here. This you can. That's 3 millimeter. There's nobody in the world that can guarantee you for as a weight to performance ratio. That is obviously unbeatable. The only thing that will beat that, and we are working on it potentially, is using an ultra thin sheet of aluminium with wood in it, and we have so far taken it down to 1.5 millimeter. We'll work it even lighter than that. The problem with that is it's rigid, more rigid. That one you can see. It's rigid, but it isn't really. And you can see it completely moves. But aluminium wouldn't. That's the only thing that makes it at the moment, or we believe polycarbonate is as good as it gets. Aluminium would be the only alternative at this stage. The best of it would be carbon or titanium. But now we talk about body armor, where the cost would be double or triple the cost. That's the difference. So if you think this is, just go this way. That's the same body armor, but 3 millimeter, okay? Yes. So we have done this front only because the reason was we were asked to cover people from if you touch someone, patient or pupil, it's usually headbutting into his head in this area, isn't it? Covers wise, that's an interesting one. If I have a drink, you can talk. Okay, that's it. I give you 2 minutes, and then we can all have a go on this. Covers wise, again, I couldn't tell you the exact figure. We probably have to do a lot more than somewhere between 25 and 30 different covers so far. Now that's the cover you're just looking at the moment, which is a covert version. Yeah. This is the cover police is usually wearing. So you can put the plates out. You can put any of the covers I show you now. So the plates are exactly the same. Okay. So what training standards, for example, do, or licensing enforcement officers, they usually, when they purchase from us, that's our main clients, local authorities, they usually buy two. They buy an oval version like that, then they assist police or they do raids or whatever. But then they also, as part of the package, you buy covert stuff first. So depending on the operational duty, operational hours, or what they do on the day, they decide do they want to be overt and do they want to be seen as a deterrent, as an enforcement, as an authority, or are they doing any kind of covert operation, covert investigation? Then they would be wearing a covert body armor. They say, take the plates out, put it in here, job done. Takes 47 seconds roughly. So you've got here, that's how you do it. Yeah, you've got a cover here, you can see it, and you just put the jacket on like this. We've done for close protection, again a lot. We've done something like that. That, for example, if you work within CP work, you have a nice suit, black suit, you wear this underneath, and nobody in a million years would believe that's a body armor. I mean, it would look smart, it looks absolutely... The buttons, of course, don't work, it's just pure design. The facets on the side, you can see it here. But obviously it's a rigid plate at the front, it's one plate, isn't it? So you wear...
Sorry, it's exactly the same size plate again.
Yeah, you can take this plate or technically put it in here. Oh, that's a female one, but but any of the other plates you can put in here. Or in this cover, or in anything else. They're all the same identical plates. You can pick and choose on the day what you fancy. Yeah. So that's sort of good for security, for like high-profile security, or people who really want to be concealed, or people who don't want to give away that they are authority, or yeah, I mean, like especially private security. Yeah. That is an interesting one. In a way, that's probably my favourite, probably in a way, because that's one of the most we get the most interest from especially from European countries. People always believe, well, rightly so, that body armor can look offensive, okay, or authoritative and confrontational. And I would agree with that. But that's why I started working with the Prison Officers Association. Interesting story. Guys, just 1 second. I would love to know the answer, because I'm not from here. In the UK, every police officer by law, must wear a stab-stroke bulletproof vest. Usually a HE1A KR2 or HE1 KR1, something in the region, yeah. By law they have to. But these professionals deal with criminals usually during the arrested scenario, some in the region of 10 or 15 minutes. Handcuffs, get in the van, off to the police station. A prison officer who deals with the same individual for the next 10 or 15 years potentially is not allowed to wear stab-vest. Do you know that? That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, that's really interesting. So someone who works with a criminal for 10 minutes must wear a bulletproof, not a stab vest, a bulletproof vest. Or someone, the moment they get to prison, a prison officer is not allowed to wear them. Now, I act as consultant for the Prison Officer Association with James Colin Moses. And the argument of the government, and we met the Minister of Justice, we met the Minister of Prison in this context, and they say because they see the risk it would escalate potentially a situation, or too authoritative, too offensive. And I thought, oh no, after this kind of challenges, I'm at my best. Oh, lovely, awesome. But should, my opinion, should they not put the weight on the manufacturer's shoulders? Say, well, they create something that isn't conceivable, that isn't overt, that can't be perceived as confrontational, that can't be seen from outside. Something that, and people suddenly listen to, well, what do you mean? But we have our colleagues from the police are wearing body armor. They are 7,000 kilogram heavy, and we don't like them. So, well, yeah, but technology has evolved, design has evolved, manufacturing capabilities have evolved. And if you look at body armor like that, the 3mm version, that is only 1.5 kilogram light, and you can definitely wear covertly. Will do the trick 100%. People just need, in a respectful, caring, supportive way, need re-educating. Because people are not aware of body armor have evolved. They have in their mind, I've met so many meetings, attended so many meetings, especially Simon recently, and people always believe the magic figure is always 6.5 kilograms. Now where they get the figure from the police, the neighboring police. If you tell them it can be 2 kilograms, they're blown away. They stop breathing for 3 hours. So what we've created, now for me, that is really up to the best now. Now that, you can't tell me that looks like a body armor. Now nobody can say that is a body armor. You can't, but it is body armor. Because all we do, our covert body armor you've seen, let's put it in. See it? Put it in. So basically, take the top off. Take the jacket on. And if you go back, you can put the same pocket for the back as well in there, yeah? Put the body armor on. Just put the jacket on. So we just supplied them to Network Rail in Liverpool, a company called Kaiser Security. Got the trial contract for the Network Rail security operation in Liverpool, Merseyside. And since then it's all going, can you imagine? Because we have listened to our customers. If you don't want an overt, offensive, authoritative, aggressive, whatever looking body armor, speak with us. We will help, we will sort it out. But don't say, my guys are not going to get any body armor. That's for me the moral issue. I guess the way I compare it, I thought you get my moral, I'm always on a moral trip. It's like, if people don't want to wear a seatbelt in a car, you know what I say? Hey, God bless you, don't wear a seatbelt. But if you've got a wife or children in the back, and you tell them you are not allowed to wear seatbelts, now for me that's a problem. That's for me where I get really electric and quite upset about that. Because it's wrong. So why has got a licensing officer or manager or a trained science manager the right to say, hey, I don't want to wear a seatbelt, that's okay. But don't make this decision over people's hands who work for you and who you're partly responsible for. I really see it that serious. And I've done it in my past. I had to buy a stable body armor for all my security guys. I did. What I did, however, is I charged them £10 a week. I didn't say, listen, hang on, body armor is £289, whatever it's at the end, pay me £289. They would have said, get lost. But when I said, listen, for £10 a week, £5 a week, £7 a week, I can help you to be safe. You won't believe how many will take you up this offer. And you know what? After 24 weeks, 26 weeks, they own it. Give it to them. And non-profit, don't make profit on it, because you care about the people, of course. But why not? But there are ways around that. And if you can help you, we help you. But are you with me? What I'm saying is, let's listen to the people on the front line. And trust me, we deal with that. We're on the receiving end on this every single day. We receive every day between 50, 20, 25 telephone calls, and it's always the same. I mean, people need to listen to us, give us a chance, or other manufacturers. It's not about money right now. If you want to go to our competitors, I give them their number. Honestly, I've got no problem with any of that. But what I have a problem is people say, oh no, we don't believe in it. That's, I don't know. Look into it. Design, manufacturing capabilities, everything has evolved so much. Body armor don't need to be 7 kg anymore. They can be light, they can be conceivable. We fully understand, as I said earlier on, 10 years ago, the average police officer in London was 6'2" and built like a rugby player. And now some of them are 5'2" are female. They're 7 stone light, 8 stone light, we know that. So we can't expect them to carry the same weight that they used to carry 10 years ago. So why not let's into that? Let's accept the fact that women are built, shaped differently. Why did it take 27 years? Way over my head. How do you think? So we try to listen, we try to come up with products that, in my opinion, really gonna do the trick. Any questions? Oh, that's almost German efficiency. Beat this one. That's time. Any questions you have? Listen, we are here. We stay here as long as you want to be. We pitch a tent downstairs if you wish.